Hi, everyone. Well, I'm sitting here in my living room and I want to respond to the mid-semester check-in. I really appreciate all of your responses. It seems like for most of you, the course is going fine. But a few of you, I shouldn't say a few, some of you have raised some very, very good concerns, and I want to address them. Okay, so 4 major areas, and I've got them written down so I don't forget. First of all, more help and more time on WordPress. Okay, that is totally valid. When I first started teaching this course, I actually created video tutorials for different things. And I found that WordPress just kept updating their site. And so my tutorials were just like they got out of date very rapidly. And so I just finally stopped. I think that, and I obviously I do provide some, but the WordPress site itself has really good resources, and so I would encourage you to make use of the resources that are there. When you first log on to WordPress, you see that there's a little question mark in a circle, and I think it's down in the right-hand corner. Just follow that, and you can type in requests. If you're really stuck on something, shoot me an email, and I'm always happy to help. In fact, if you're willing to give me your username and password, I'll even go into your site if you're stuck on something. Having said that, I did post information on widgets, as well as a little video on how to find the widgets. And if you are doing the A contract, you do need to add 2 widgets. And I've given you a list on that page that has a list of what I think are like 5 really good widgets that I think are useful for just about any site. Okay, onward and upward. Okay, so some of you were asking for assurance that you are on track with your contract. So last week, Cameron and I sent out an update. We've created that little chart that shows where you are in your contract. And so that was the week 10 check-in. All of you should have got that. If you recall, we did a week 5 check-in, and now this is the second one. And there will be at least one more coming. So sometime between now and the end of the semester, you'll get another one. Of course, you can always just shoot me an email and ask if you're on track, and I'm happy to tell you that. Search engine optimization, that's what you were asking for. So the week 9 announcement had a link to easy SEO, best practices in SEO within WordPress. And I discussed in that week 9 announcement, I think it was 5 or 6 different things you can do, SEO optimization, SEO strategies that are available for the free version of WordPress and that are super easy to do. So go back and look at week 9, the week 9 announcement if you didn't catch that. So it's worth checking out. And then as far as more HTML, there's a video coming up and links in, I gotta just see, it's in week 13. So week 13 has more HTML resources. Some of you also were mentioning how 25 hours on the organization project seems excessive. And I do hear you. I know that this semester especially, everyone is really stressed and overburdened. And what I have to say about that is this. 2 things. First of all, this is a 3-credit course. And what that means is a 3-credit course, as an institution, we are obliged to supply you with 9 to 12 hours of work a week in a 3-credit course. That's what a 3-credit course means. And so when I put together the activities and readings and so on for each module, particularly at this point where we are in week 11, you've been working on you've got a good start on your organization at this point. From here on out, the activities, the readings and so on are pretty light. Like I'm guesstimating them to be somewhere around between 4 and 5 hours a week. You should be able to get done what you need to do as far as the weekly activities. And that means that you have anywhere between 4 and 6 hours available for your organization website. And if you're keeping track, that means you should hit 25 hours before the end of the semester pretty easily. And that's the first thing. And the second thing is, remember, everything counts. So if you have to do research, if you're learning how to use a particular platform, if you have to go, if you've got to learn more about WordPress, all of that counts to meeting those 25 hours. So that's why I'm always saying keep really good track of what you're doing. If you are still struggling to meet that, let me know. It's really important to maintain good communication. So that brings me to something else, and that is that each of you is going to have a one-on-one conference with me to talk about your website, where you are. It's a good chance to get some more reassurance that you're on track. So please do sign up. Start signing up this week. There's a Google Doc in this week's module. I think it's in this week's module. To sign up for a Zoom meeting with me at your convenience. There's lots of days and times. If you still can't find a time that works, let me know and we'll figure it out. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Onward and upward.